What's up, everybody? Rumblin Man today, coming to you from Florida. Hope everybody's doing great out there. I'm super stoked. All right, I'm very, very excited. I mean, if you listen to that demo just now, I mean, what beats the sound of a Stratocaster, man? I just love the way it sounds. I love the vast array of different tones that you can get with a Fender Stratocaster or Strat style instrument. For me, this is also exciting because this is actually the first time on the Rumblin Man channel that I've gotten to review a Stratocaster. This will be my first ever Strat review on the Rumblin Man channel. And quite frankly, I hope we will have many more to come. So go on and subscribe today if you want to see more Strats, Tellies, basses, Fenders, strings, pedals. Fender's new Player Series rocks. Many of you know that essentially it came out, I believe, this past summer, sometime this year, 2018, and basically replaced production on Fender's Mexican standard line. The Player Series rocks. I've gotten to review a number of these, and I'm very pleased with what they've done with their Made in Mexico instruments. Before I go forward with this review today, I want to give a special shout out to John and the gang over at Seminole Music and Sound right here in Florida, in Seminole, Florida, on Park Boulevard. These guys are awesome, and they made it possible for me to review this Strat today. If you want a Player Series Strat, maybe even this very one I'm reviewing in this video today, go by and check these guys out. To me, Seminole Music stands out because of their customer service. You can be on a first name basis with these guys and get to know them. They're great people, they're really awesome. And also there's always great products in the store. Wonderful selection of guitars, basses, drum stuff. You know, John, the manager, is a pro drummer in this area. And quite frankly, a lot of the Pinellas County, Tampa Bay area pro musicians choose Seminole Music to go to for their strings, supplies, etc. So make sure you check these guys out on the web, on Facebook. And if you're here in Florida, go by and see these guys. Tell them Rumblin Man sent you. So this is the Fender Player Series Stratocaster, and this one is the plus top, meaning on this alder body there is a flame maple top. A traditional Stratocaster body shape with a glossed polyester finish. Really cool finish on this guitar. If you want to know how the neck feels, and that's something that I want to know anytime I see an instrument review, anytime I'm curious about an instrument, I want to know how the neck feels, you know, what kind of wood it's made of, what kind of finish it has, what kind of shape it has. And this is just such a thin, easy to play neck. I mean, it's scary to me how easy to play it feels. It has medium jumbo frets, and there are 22 of them. And you can see it kind of hangs down over the pick guard here. The necks can still be swapped out with other necks, but we have the added 22nd fret right here, and that's very cool, especially if you play all the way up here. It's a maple neck with a maple fretboard, and I always am curious to know how the neck feels. So the back of this neck is going to be a satin urethane finish. It's very smooth, very easy to glide over with your hands. It feels great. And the front is a glossy urethane finish, which kind of has more of that vintage Fender glossy feel to it. So it's cool, you kind of get the best of both worlds, satin and gloss. This is a modern C-shaped maple neck with a synthetic bone nut. A couple things I really like about the Player Series is these tuning machines have the very classy Fender logo on them. Very nice sealed tuning machines. And then back here, something cool they did with the Player Series is the back plate has the cool F stamp on it. I like that a lot. Gives you that classic Fender feeling. Fingerboard radius is 9.5 inches, or that's 241 millimeters for you guys in other countries who might use the metric system. We've got a nut width of 1.60, or that's 42 millimeters. And it's just a wonderful playing experience. Great news about the pickups. These are the Fender Player Series pickups. I think they sound fabulous. I've been impressed with all the Player Series instruments I've tried in terms of their sound. I think these pickups are great. These are not ceramic single coils. These are Alnico pickups. Specifically, they are the Player Series Alnico 5 single coil Strat pickups. As is usual with Strats, we have 3 pickups. We have 1 master volume, 2 master tone, 5-way switcher, and of course a Strat style tremolo. It's a 2-point synchronized tremolo with bent steel saddles. Interestingly enough, these days I'm a telly player, a jazz master player, sometimes a Strat player when it comes to electric guitar. And even though I don't play the Strat these days as much as I do my other guitars, I gotta tell you, I grew up playing Stratocasters. My dad always had Strats around. I remember he had a beautiful blue Fender Strat, American Strat, that he later had refinished. I remember he had, still has, an excellent 1979 Strat. I don't know, just Strats are what I grew up playing, so I know firsthand how versatile this is, and the beautiful clean sounds that you can get with these pickups and this 5-way switcher. It's just awesome. So let's hear it a little bit more real quick. For the demo today, I'm running the Strat through a Line 6 Pod XT live pedal, and for cables I'm mostly using a couple Fender Tweed cables to keep things very Fender-y here today. Real quick, I want to take you through some of the sounds, some of the tones that the pickups of this Strat have to offer. So I'm on a fairly clean channel. It's got a little drive. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play a few chords on each of the 5 settings. Tones and volume are at 10. So this is going to be starting with the neck position. Alright, those same chords. Position 4, or at least what I call 4, which is the neck and middle positions. Middle position. Position 2, which is the middle and bridge pickups. Last but not least, the bridge position. So cool, man. I love the sound of a good Stratocaster. And obviously there's different, amp settings and sound configurations I could do to make the different settings sound different, but that'll just give you kind of a clean, slightly driven chords idea. Real quick, I'm curious about the tremolo. I'm curious on this if we can dive bomb with the tremolo or at least get some good use out of it and still be in tune. So real quick, I just tuned a moment ago. Real quick, here's a G chord. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play that again, use some tremolo, bring it back up, and then play the G chord once more to see if it can hold tune through that. I'm going to put it on position 2 for this. So from what I can hear, it did get a little out of tune when I basically dive bombed just now. I mean, I didn't push it as hard as I could, but I did hear it knock it out of tune a little bit. However, in most cases, this is a situation that can be taken care of if you want to upgrade parts or get a good setup. It is something to think about, though, is that if you're going to be using the tremolo a whole lot, make sure you have that done when you get one of these. The Strat and blues music absolutely go hand in hand. To think of blues music, generally you think of a Stratocaster. You're going to think of Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's just a great blues guitar. Honestly, blues can be played on other types of guitars, hollow bodies, Telecasters. Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, the Strat, there's just something about the way this neck single coil pickup sounds that you just don't get with any other guitar. It's just a very identifiable Strat style pickup sound. So I'm not the greatest blues player of all time, but I'm going to play a few blues licks here, and let's kind of see how it might sound a little bit on this Fender Player Series Strat. Classic sound, man. I'm going to throw in a little more grit, a little more delay maybe. Try a little bit of that on position 4. Great guitar for blues. If you say, well, Rumblin, man, what about rock? What about straight up, straightforward rock? A Strat cannot be underestimated for rock. I have heard guys rock on Strats, and quite frankly, I spent so many years playing rock music on the Strat, because you just get such a great sound out of this bridge pickup. Let's see what kind of overdrive sounds we can get real quick. Primarily with electric guitar, I play worship music, and I think Strats are such a wonderful guitar. Some of the beautiful clean and heavier tones that you can get with a Stratocaster, I think they line up so great with worship style music. You know, any given Sunday, maybe on position 2 here, one lead line I might play. Man, the array of tones you can get out of a Strat. This thing sounds good. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. An affordable line Stratocaster is sounding amazing. Or if, say in the worship world, if you want to play a little bit of Hillsong, maybe something that uses a little tremolo. I love it, man. I'm digging this. I'm having a good time. I haven't really played a Strat in a while, so this is great. I'd love to have one of these. In country music, you hear a lot of Telecasters, but you hear a lot of Strats too. In fact, many of the country players in Nashville that I've known over the years were Stratocaster guys. So real quick, just on the bridge pickup here, a little bit of country style music, and you can see pretty clearly why a Stratocaster is great for country music. So I hope this review has given you some good information about this Stratocaster. I hope it's given you an idea as to if you're interested in one. Real quick, something that I haven't done a lot in the past but may do going forward is I want to give you some pros and cons, because I have a lot of questions in here and I want to make sure I'm shooting you guys straight. So let me give you the pros and cons that I think about this Stratocaster. Pros, great sound. You heard it. I've loved and enjoyed playing this thing today. Another pro is just the great playability. Just such a playable guitar. A third pro is looks, and another pro is just the Player Series rocks. I mean, it just cool upgrades, a cool step up from the standard series. Couple cons. During the filming of this video, I actually had to tune like at least 10 times, I think. So I had trouble keeping it in tune, so honestly you're going to want to get a setup if you have one of these. Another con to me is synthetic bone nut. Now keep in mind, you know, most of my guitars have synthetic bone on them, but I really wish some other type of nut was more common in affordable instruments these days, because frankly I just haven't been blown away by synthetic bone nuts. I usually use some kind of lubricant like Big Ben's nut sauce, which I'll put a link to in the description, that you can pick up on Amazon. I'm just not blown away by synthetic bone these days. But honestly, the pros outweigh the cons for me, and this is a great guitar. You know, I think if you want to pick one of these up, have somebody do a good setup on it, I think you're ready to play. I'd love to have one of these. I mean, it's just a great little Strat. And if you have any questions, you know, the guys at Seminole Music can answer your questions. They can help you out. They can sell you this one or one like it. They can give you a setup. So make sure you hit these guys up if you're here in Florida, or at least check them out and give them a like on Facebook. I'll put the link to their Facebook page in the description. As always, God bless you guys. Thank you so much for checking out this review today. It just means a lot to me that you would click on my thumbnail. If you did like the demo, I would go on and give it a thumbs up button if you're willing. And please subscribe to me. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, and the next milestone after that will be 4,000. And I can do that with your help if you'll help me spread the word about this channel, if you'll subscribe and tune in here and there. Definitely more Stratocaster reviews coming, basses, guitars, all kinds of stuff. So stuff musicians will enjoy. Also, you're more than welcome to like me on Facebook, where I post I repost these videos and also post a lot of other stuff. And I have started a Patreon. Now, I know that a lot of people on YouTube have Patreon, and not everybody can afford to support people who create. However, if you'd be interested in supporting the work of this channel, I want to make some upgrades. I want to go to one of the upcoming NAMM shows. I want to make more time for videos. I want to do some special projects. So you can head over, check me out, patreon.com/rumblinman. That said, I will never pressure anyone to give. It's just the options there if you'd like to. Thanks again for checking out this video today, and I'll see you on the next one.